emotional mastery. Let's get started. Few of the words I used in the main section, in the main article. Let's talk about the first word, posture. Posture means the position of your body, is how you stand or sit. So we talked about good posture, for example, your shoulders are back, your back is straight, your chin is up. That's what usually called a good posture. And bad posture would mean, again, you're leaning forward, your shoulders are forward, your back is not straight. So again, posture just means the position of your body, how you position your body or how you hold your body. It's posture. Okay, another word I used was grin. Grin can be a noun, it's a thing, or it can be a verb, something you do. So to grin means to smile. To smile in a big way. When you grin, you are not using a small smile. You are using a very, very big smile. Again, if it's also a noun, if you have a big smile on your face, we say that's a grin. He has a big grin. You could use both, I guess. You can say he's grinning or maybe he has a grin. So again, is a large smile or the act of doing a large smile, a big smile. Okay, another phrase I used was tends to be, right? He tends to be an angry person. Tends to be means usually is. So he usually is an angry person. He tends to be an angry person. So it's something that usually happens. Usually is true, mostly is true, but not always. Not always, right? So I could say, Tumoy tends to be happy. Means she usually is happy. It's her normal thing to do or normal thing to feel. But not always. Sometimes she's not happy. So tends to be, usually is, or often is, or mostly is. Another word I used was shifting. Shifting your body. And it's the verb shift. To shift means to move your body. It really means kind of change its position. A shift is a change of position. So if I have my head down and then I shift it, then maybe I move it to a different position. Now it's up. I shifted from down to up. We use this in other areas also, not just body. You can use this for driving, for example. You are driving, you can shift from first gear to second gear, or reverse, going backwards, and you stop, you shift the car, and you change and you go forward. So again, you are changing the gear's position. Okay, so shift is a change in position. Let's talk about another word. I used shallow breath or shallow breathing. And I also use deep breathing or a deep breath. So they are opposites, of course. Deep, we also use it with water, for example. Deep water. And deep water means the water that goes down very far. Shallow water means just water that goes down very deep. It's the opposite. Water that does not go down far. So A shallow breathing is the same idea. It means breathing that is very small, that doesn't go down into your body very much. So it's a shallow breath would be like this. That's the shallow breathing, right? It's small little breaths. The air does not go down deep into the body. That's shallow breath or shallow breathing when we talk about an action. And the opposite is deep. Deep breathing, would be like the air goes down deep into your body very far, very deeply. But shallow does not go deeply. Okay, so we use this also a lot with breathing, shallow breathing and deep breathing. They are opposites. Okay, great. Let's talk about the word force. Using it as a verb, action. To force something or to force yourself to do something. It's a very common phrase. The whole thing again, to force yourself to do something. For example, force yourself to smile. So force means to try hard. It has an idea that you don't want to do it, but you do it anyway. You make yourself to do something difficult that you don't want to do. You make yourself do something that maybe you don't want to do. So you use effort, you use your energy, you use your power to do something. So when you force something, it's the opposite of really relaxed. It's the opposite of doing it effortlessly. So force yourself to smile means use your energy, make yourself smile. Even if you don't want to, use energy, force it, try hard to smile. So that's to force yourself to do something. Okay, another word I use is depressed or depression, right? So depression is the noun, depressed is the feeling, it's an adjective, like I feel depressed is how you feel. So depressed means very, very sad. You're feeling very, very sad and bad about yourself, about your life, about everything. So if you say, I'm sad, usually that's more specific. You have a reason, you're sad about something. I'm sad because I lost my job. But if you're depressed, it's a more general kind of feeling. You're depressed about everything usually. I'm depressed because I lost my job and I have no money and I don't have a girlfriend. Like many reasons. Depression is deeper than just sadness. So again, to be depressed, you say I am depressed or I have a depression. This is a general kind of rule in English. It's not always, but generally we say I have a noun. You say I have depression, not I have depressed. So I have depression. But if you're talking about an adjective, I am depressed. So they mean basically the same thing. I have depression means I have the feeling of being depressed. I am depressed is more common. You're saying I feel. You're just saying I'm feeling very, very sad. Okay, well that's the end of the vocabulary lesson for emotional mastery. Listen to it a couple of times in general, the vocabulary lessons are the least important lessons. So if you listen to them a few times, if they are boring, if you understand them all, it's fine. You can skip the vocabulary. I want you to focus mostly on the main article, the main speech, and on the mini story. Those are the two most important lessons. The vocabulary gives you quick little lessons about some of the words and phrases. Listen to it a few times until you know the words. But once you know the words, focus on the main story, the main article, and on the mini story. Okay, that's all for this lesson. I'll see you next time. Take care. Bye bye.